Waiting for Live Love Spa. I've heard that before. Lisa, what did I say when I called you? I said, we are the most high-tech girls. You're so good. And why won't it connect? I didn't understand.
I don't know. I just tested it with a friend earlier too, and it connected.
You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
We're starting from scratch again. So I've been trying to fill and brag about your wonderful company. But
that was my whole intent. I was just like, could you just talk about me the whole entire time?
Oh my gosh, that's so nerve-wracking. I don't know. Finally, Darlene, my partner in Swell, said, turn off your phone and start again. I tried that. Okay, whatever. Okay, so here's what we go forward with. We talk about, I would love you to tell people that maybe don't know, and thank you for the yay, Jet Set Trouble. Thank you for that. What really is Live Love Spa? What is it? So we're clear.
We are kind of the premier community. We connect both spas and brands, and we really discover the latest products and trends out there in the spa industry.
Right. So you did not start out with Live Love Spa. It was 2012, right?
2012. Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you do before that?
So before that, I was in the computer and fashion and gift industries before that.
Okay. So what made you think, hey, maybe we need to get a community built here that can get together and help each other? What gave you that big idea?
I don't think it ever started on the idea of community. I think the fact is I was a vendor in this industry trying to do something differently and in a better, more efficient way. But because we met with intimate groups of people all throughout the nation, all over throughout the year and year over year, it just ended up naturally growing to a community and really like a family. Yeah.
But you have always, I mean, I remember you as being the person that was so on the forefront of digital. First, it started with video. Whenever at iSpa, I'd see your team with their video camera and like, let me be on there because they know how to edit a video. They know how to keep it lively. So then you made an app. Why the heck did you make an app?
Well, I mean, I have a background in the computer industry. So yeah. I think everything being digital and again, kind of just always wanting to be more efficient, especially in connecting. We thought an app would be a really great way to connect with everybody all year round, because even though we travel a lot, we only go to like Seattle one time a year. So an app would give us a way to stay connected. And of course, everybody wants it handy, in their pocket, easy to access all the time.
Yeah, and that really is, it's like the Facebook of the spa industry. It isn't that easy. You have to really want to be there, which is good. It's a little bit of a filter. But yeah. I was thinking, it's like when we go to the Global Wellness Summit, we often can post when we're there and feel connected. So that's all year long with your app, right?
Exactly. So I kind of call it, I mean, I don't want to compare anything to Facebook for sure, but it's like a social network for the spa industry. And it is, you know, ways that you can ask questions that are specifically industry related. So somebody may ask, like we asked a question on there as a poll, you know, who's doing a temperature check? Are you asking for masks? Things like that, which you wouldn't normally want to put on your personal Facebook page, right? Because it's a mixed audience. So this is all professional based.
Okay, so just to set the stage for who Live Love is, another thing that I remember going to at your place, and your place is indeed a new headquarters in Tustin. Tell people that don't live in California where that is.
Yeah, so Tustin is about, I always try to tell people it's like maybe 20, 25 minutes south of Disneyland, because everybody knows where Disneyland is, and maybe 20 minutes inland from Newport Beach. Those are good indicators. It's in Southern California, super accessible, an hour away from San Diego, an hour away from LA. So it's kind of right smack in the middle of Orange County.
Yeah, and I remember when you first moved in there, you have a few divisions of your company. Lucky Owl is more products that you can buy online, right? Mm-hmm. And then you had so much event space. I was like, we could do a car show here. And I think you said they did or something before you moved in, right? Wasn't it a car show?
Yeah. No, this building used to be owned by a company who did kind of research for car manufacturing. So we actually do have an automobile turnstile in the back of the warehouse where you can stick an automobile on there and it turns around. But we do, it's a 10,000 square foot space, events, office. We have treatment rooms. There's a lot of, cool creative space here.
There is. When I got there, I was like, what is happening here? And then pre-COVID, another thing, when was it? 2018 did you say you had an 80s party?
Yeah,
and
we had
I
90s.
wanted to find the picture, or was it a 90s party?
90s party, yeah. 80s, 90s. It all blurs together, essentially. But
And I brought a friend, she's a journalist, Zoe Nauman, and she's British. And so we got ready together. It was so much fun, like grown girls going to a costume party. And she's like, oh, I am whatever Spice Girl she was. And of course she was a Spice Girl.
yeah.
And I did like track pants and all the backpacks that are like stuffed animals. That was a big rage. But I thought that night and dancing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't you freeze on me now. Okay.
I know.
So that was before. And then also, how often were you in different cities with your events before COVID?
Yeah, so we were in 22 major markets all over the US. Yeah. And then we added this year, we were going to be doing Cabo and Cancun. So there's.
Okay. So what the purpose of a Leader Livecast is to inspire people in the industry and beyond to learn how to adapt to this crazy new normal in the COVID shutdown and beyond. So here's an event person that did events all over the country, and all of a sudden, whoa, can't do it. So what's the first thing you and your team did?
Freak out. just a smidge. And then essentially we got cracking literally the, weekend after. We had to, make some changes to our team. We had to do some furloughs right away because we're heavily based off of staffing, right? And if we're not going to be able to go to events, we're not going to be able to have staff for that. Right. We essentially decided to focus on the online component and create a wellness ambassador program that would allow anyone in the industry to earn additional income by showcasing cool products on our shop, livelovespa.com. So you can sign up to become an affiliate, which is what we call our wellness ambassador, and they can earn 20% commission paid out weekly. So that could help supplement income. So we essentially got on that immediately.
Yeah, and before the unemployment kicked in, that is really a lifeline to have some cash in your pocket, because we know frontline workers, and by that I mean at spas and hotels, we're not working anymore.
Right.
So that was, here's a way. You recommend products anyway. If you recommend it, you get a commission paid by PayPal every week, right?
Exactly.
So now that the, benefits are stalling, we don't know what's coming next, the ambassador program could be something people want to look at again, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So they go to Live Love Spa website to do that. Now, the second thing that I noticed, I don't know if you'd agree with me, Lise, but I do believe that the COVID shutdown, in your quest to rise to the occasion, I think Live Love might have done some things they've been wanting to do and even become a more layered and almost better company. Do you want to give me your feedback on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've always, like I said, I always wanted to do things digitally. I do think it's a very efficient way to connect. And, we had some plans in the works, like we had already started the app, we had already started the shop, but because we were traveling like every other week, sometimes every week, we didn't have a lot of time to spend on it. So this gave us that opportunity to kind of hunker down, really spend time on the digital aspects. And I do think that those are going to be ways that we can stay connected all the time. So I'm very happy for that. It's been exciting to learn something new. So yeah,
so that's one thing. So you did the ambassador program, you went more B2C instead of just B2B. And now what about your virtual meetings? You just had one the first week in August, right? What was that about?
Yeah, so I mean, I think there is, obviously people are communicating virtually, and we felt that we needed to do that as well. We did have a summit that we're doing later this year in Cabo, so we wanted to take some of that type of content, some things that are inspiring, motivating, giving ideas to people on what they can do during this time. So our team kind of got together, got really creative. We reached out to people who are amazing and help motivate me normally. And said, hey, could you help, put that together? So we gave it a try, our first one. So we're really happy about that too.
Yeah, it's just we need to give each other a hug, and we need to get inspiration on a weekly, daily basis, right?
Yeah.
So that I tuned in for a few of those myself. So then another thing you did during the shutdown, and I just have two little things here.
Yeah.
When we were, killing for time when we couldn't connect, I was holding these up. But what was that? A spa party, and we all just threw away our inhibitions and put a robe on. And I'm sorry, but this hair thing, I'm just going to tell everybody, I never do it. It's a mask for your hair. And then you even sent a do-rag or something.
Yeah.
And we wore that. It was so fun. And my hair felt so much better after. And then I just used this mask before our Instagram live today.
Yay! You're hydrated and beautiful. I mean, I think no matter what, this is still a good time to discover and learn about new trends, new products. Even though some, spa directors and such may be furloughed at this time, it's still a great time to learn about that. Plus, being in the fact that it's Wellness Month, it's all about self-care, taking care of yourself. So really putting those two things together, we were like, we're always about the experience, right? So when you came to our 2018, 90s party, we're like, dress up, have all of the decor, all of those things, the food, all of it has to kind of vibe together. We're like, really, our events team is so amazing and so creative. They were like, how can we make this experience fun virtually? So we sent a little kit. We did everything together. It was sensory, like that particular mask has a really amazing smell. And sometimes you don't have the time. Like when people give you even a gift at a trade show, you're like, great, this is, what is this? It's nice, but you don't know what to do with it. So virtually we kind of walked it. Yeah, we kind of walked you through like how to do it, how to use it, what's it for. So we were experimenting, but people really, really enjoyed it. And the experience was really there, even though it was virtual.
And, I have it in my cupboard, but you also sent some tincture for a drink,
Yeah.
healthy juice. And then we put vodka in it.
Yeah.
Yay! So you have to
some vitamin B for you in there.
But I have to say, that is mimicking a spa gathering, because we know how to make cocktails at a spa gathering, don't we? Right. So why not? Now, the other thing that I am a stickler for is jewelry. And I don't think people know that when they go and Live Love, there's a lot of jewelry there. And when you go to a spa boutique in a hotel, you have, like my friend Kim Saudre Nixon is so good at, filling her spa boutiques with juicy stuff. But it's right there on Lucky Out. Okay, so I have your earrings on. I have your rings that say truth and believe. But I will be honest with you, this is not your necklace, even though it says love. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to put.
Are you trying to say that we need to get you a necklace over there, Kim?
Yeah, man, come on. But anyway, so listen, I love also that on the app and just sort of, commenting back and forth, bringing people together, if they do need a job, rather than going to a job board. Does that ever happen with Live Love Spa's platform?
Oh, yeah. I mean, just as a community, I think we always try to stay connected, see what's on the pulse. I mean, so many people come to us and say, hey, I'm looking, this is not public yet, let me know if you hear of anything, and vice versa. We have an opening, it's not public yet. Do you hear of anything? And our team gets those requests all the time, and we match make kind of on the side all the time. But we do have a job portal as well, so if people want to go take a look and see what's out there in the industry, they can do that too.
So you did this before COVID, but what is Wellness Month? What are you trying to accomplish with that? You used to have events in like Chicago, New York, LA, whatever, and a lot of influencers. We did one on the roof of, what was it, the Four Seasons Regent Beverly
Wilshire.
Yeah,
in the Rosé Garden at the Four Seasons Beverly Wilshire. Yes. So Wellness Month was created 3 years ago, kind of out of the essential that people need to focus on their self-care, but they often don't always know how. So I didn't come from this industry. So when I came into this industry, I was just like, what is this amazing, what are these amazing smells in this spa? Like I definitely liked, you know, facials and body treatments before, but I just didn't realize how many people out there have never gotten a massage or they've never gotten a treatment. And in addition to taking that one step further, also the people in our industry often are always taking care of everyone else, even though we know what to do. So we thought, hey, let's create, you know, a conversation so that we can remind people that, hey, you got to prioritize your self-care. It's important. You can't, you know, help others without, you know, filling your own cup first. So that's what August is about. We think that small daily acts of self-care can lead to a lifetime of wellness. We try to make this a fun time so that people can try new things, experience new wellness things, and honestly, people in our industry can share their knowledge and expertise. So
there's never been a time that people don't want to be healthier. I mean, I'm going to try to share this. Lise, tell me where people can get, where can they get filters like this? I can't move it.
Yeah. So there's a filter. She's actually pointing to our pledge. It says, yeah. I choose wellness. So if you actually go on to Live Love Spa's Instagram, or there's wellness_months Instagram, there's a little smiley face that looks like a beauty filter, and you can play with those filters. But yeah, that I choose wellness one has been super popular.
Well, this is my favorite. This is me and Paris for what was it called? The Spa and Hotel Forum at the Georges V. And the day after, I went touring around and I wore the Future as well, your cap. I mean, these are just little reminders that if we are in the industry, we better practice what we preach. And, you know, it's a clarion call right now, preaching self-care, as Christy Cano says, who's our beautiful friend watching. Now, listen, we want inspiration, Lise. You look like you could be your daughter's sister, and that irritates me. I don't know why I'm talking to you, but I do know that you work with your husband and your daughter. And your daughter also has a side hustle as a DJ, and I've attended a few of her concerts. But why, what do you think keeps you kicking? What keeps you going through this?
I mean, I just love this industry. I love everyone in it. I love what it stands for. You know, all of the people in our industry are people that support and help others live a better life. I've been in lots of really super fast-paced industries like fashion or gift, and you know, it's crazy. And then when I came here, I'm like, these are my people. I was this is my tribe. This is who I love, you know, and really everything that they do. I think that that's partially, even with the summit, we're like, we got to keep going. Like, we've been hit really hard. Obviously, not only has the spa industry been affected so much, I mean, in California, even nothing's open. We just, you know, everyone in this industry helps other people. They support them. They live a better life. Like, I want to be here to help them. So I just want to make sure to stay motivated for them too. So I really kind of say I'm like the connector, but I'm also supporting those people that support others, you know?
Yeah. And by understanding the bottom line, when our colleagues are out of work and they don't have any cash in their pocket, and to kick in a program where they can get PayPal every week, that's a lifeline. So we thank you for that. Now, through all of this, Lise, what was your toughest day as a leader and your best day through all of this?
Toughest day, I think, was when we realized we really had to postpone a big chunk of our events. I mean, that is essentially our lifeline. We do, you know, 22 events, and so far we've had to move 15 of them because a big chunk of our events are in the middle of the year, starting from March to, you know, really August, early September. Our slowest times are the beginning and the end of the year. So we've had to move a lot of them, and then we did have to lay off some of our team members because them coming back. So that was really, really tough. Best day, I think recently is just honestly the last day of the summit. Like, us girls, like, we finished, you know, I had some remote team as well, but it was just a big accomplishment. Like we learned so many new things in a short amount of time. And it was really just like rallying and go team. And we had so much amazing positive feedback that, you know, sometimes you go through the day and you're like, is anything I'm doing like gonna make a difference, you know? And sometimes you're just like, oh, like, should I stop? Should I, you know, but you like, if you just keep pushing forward and then you have those moments where you're like, okay, so it actually has made a difference, you know?
Yep.
So,
And let me tell you, we are so lucky, Darlene Fisk and I with Swell. You know, of course, we do PR, but we do a lot of other things. And when we came up with this idea of the Leader Livecast and Global Wellness Summit was game, we have been so encouraged. She arranges everything, and I try to make my phone work, as you can see. But anyway, we learn every time, and we get inspiration. So thank you for being part of that inspiration. Speaking of which, what book, podcast, or TED Talk has inspired you during this time, Miss Lisa?
So to be honest, I haven't had a lot of time to be reading or anything like that. But just recently, Brian Williams was on our summit on 10 steps to overcome adversity. And he was amazing. Like his just energy. I mean, it was succinct. It's definitely for someone like me who's pretty much like, you know, has attention problems that he was like succinct, like here's 10 ways, like don't forget, like, you know, this is what you need to do. And it was an hour-long presentation. And I swear I felt like people were like, we just went to church. Like we know what we're doing, what we're supposed to do now. So it was definitely super inspiring. And yeah, I definitely recommend anything that Brian says.
Well, can they go on your website and see the talks? Can they see what went on at the summit? Do they live somewhere?
So the summit material, pre-recorded material, is available for our Pro Insiders. So we have a Pro Insider membership. So they can inquire about that on our site, and they get really cool things like discounts and insider things like access to post-summit material.
And somebody asked, what's Brian's last name?
Williams.
Brian Williams. Okay,
yeah.
So we'll look for that. Now, Lise, I will tell you, this is a big question, and here we are in the wellness industry. What gives me hope every day is what I'm going to ask you, but what gives me hope is when I see ladies like you and us and Susie and Nancy Davis, who keeps the Global Wellness Summit just percolating and so many things going on. I think it keeps us healthy. I think this is one way we keep our immune system going because we have something to do to help. We're contributing, we think. So we hope we are. And tell me what gives you hope. That's what gives me hope.
I think what gives me hope is I mean, just being creative and just keep making steps moving forward and just being observant that other people are doing it too. You know, I think this, you know, Instagram Live that you're doing, that's a creation of yours, right? That creativity, like for me, creativity gives me hope. It gives me life, you know, to go to the next thing. And I think that you think sometimes it's like, hey, this is an Instagram Live, you know, but for you at this, you know, for other people out there, they're like, okay, like there's other people out there. There's leaders of like hotel organizations you talk to, you know, pretty big people out there. And they're like, oh, they feel the same exact way I do.
That's right.
Right. And, you know, just seeing people's faces and connecting virtually is huge. You know, you need that. That's what gives you hope, you know, so whether that's a simple spa party or it's a, you know, a more inspiring talk like Brian Williams, but you got to have that. So those, that creativity definitely gives me hope.
And, you know, it also, what gives me hope is that marketing will change because it's so authentic now. Like, okay, your phone doesn't work. Okay, your dogs bark. Every time I do this, I put a sign on my door now because delivery men would invariably come and the dogs go, whoa! So I have a sign now. And now I learned don't ever have a Bluetooth on when we do this. So, because I'll not connect with beautiful Lisa. So listen, girl, we could go on and on and on, and we'll do it again with a little cocktail on some kind of spa party. All right. So keep up the good work. Yeah. It's Wellness Month in August. What should people be hashtagging?
So hashtag Wellness Month. They could go to wellnessmonth.com. They can download a pledge. They can go to our Instagram and get a a virtual pledge as well. I mean, everyone's doing it. You got to do it. So, but thank you, Kim, for all you do. And Darlene behind the scenes, I know we can't see her as well, but you guys are inspiring and do so much for the industry. So I appreciate you very much.
Well, let's all keep kicking. Yeah. I'm giving you a virtual hug, my friend. Thanks for hanging in there, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.
Ciao, ciao. Oh, check this out on the Global Wellness Summit Instagram page. It'll be there. Warts and all. So please. Okay.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.